Hello, and welcome to another scene in this game. It's Changeling. You guys know what's up by now, I would hope. Anyway. So, this is a continuation of a scene that happened, the other day. And in Kim speak, the other day was, a couple months ago. So, yeah. So, a little refresher for everyone, thank you, courtesy of Marcus, was, so Keldanoth and this hooded figure who was kind of chilling right behind him, just kind of off towards the side.
Was, important note, we did identify who he was. It was the Baylor King's messenger person.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so it's Keldanoth with fucking Atharius just kind of behind him, like a half step and a little quarter to the right. So, behind him. Then you got Redcap with this mutilated kind of puppy that's been tortured for its whole life. DiD Angel. Huh?
Remember what you said about it? You said that this is an actual thing, but people don't normally see them this small.
Yes, because it was a puppy. It's gonna grow. Kincaid's gonna have, all the pets. Whatever might try to eat it.
I'm asking whatever not to eat it.
Whatever will just reply with whatever. That's all whatever does.
I'm gonna kiss my little sister, I swear.
And then there's Boggin number 52 off to the side.
Lest we forget, we are in the middle of the Goblin Market.
Yes, of course, it's the Goblin Market. Because the Goblin Market is amazing!
We need to come here more often. They have such nice things.
No. No. It does not have nice things. It has horrible things. So, I can't exactly remember the conversation up to that because my memory is similar to that of a potato. I am amazed I even remember some of the heart rhythms from months ago for my schoolwork. My job. But we shall continue on, nonetheless. If I remember correctly, they were talking about someone who was supplying iron weapons, cold iron weapons, to the north of Ulster, because everybody loves Ulster. They were coming from the Goblin Market, and Keldanoth was informing the party that he did not authorize this, and he had actually come himself to figure out who it was, but upon seeing the player party was like, I'm a fucking Severtall. I don't gotta do this grunt work. I'm gonna get these bitches to do it for me. It's their war anyway. So he was throwing it off on the player party. Like any good NPC.
We were also trying to find out from him who had been arranged to marry Prince Ashrin, because that was somewhat important.
It wasn't Prince Ashrin that had been arranged to be married. It was his sister that suddenly just kind of popped up because members of that family, of the Fellheart family, just kind of pop up suddenly.
Okay.
It was a daughter who was going to be married to the Prince of Connacht.
Damn it, she says it right now.
I've been saying it right. Fuck you.
I know, but every time you say it right, I lose an Irish point.
That sounds like a you. How the fuck does that even work?
Because I have told an American our secret phrases.
I was pronouncing it Connacht when I first fucking saw it. Fight me.
Fine, I will.
Fine, fucking do it. Get your bitch ass over here.
God dang it.
Yeah, fucking. Anyway, I found his name again because I have this nice little sheet of NPC names. It was Prince Calindrus ap Dougal, Prince of the Kingdom of Connacht.
Oh no, not him. They taken one of no.
They taken a Dougal.
They took no.
Sweet. I see. Yes. And
Is
the
his
prince.
father also a Dougal?
Yeah.
I'm about to go to Connacht and beat up a bitch. Be like, you're giving your child to no Baylor!
Hashtag political marriages. They're always fun. Not really. They're actually never fun, especially for the people involved. But it is what it is. And he's a king at the end of the day, so he's definitely above some count.
Goal, next goal, become King of Ulster. Following goal, boot King in face. King off ensues.
And then it would start a really big war because you would be the king of a kingdom that is quickly falling apart, and you'd go up against another kingdom which has its shit together.
You're not wrong. Moving swiftly.
And Ulster always loses. I've heard the myths.
Leinster always loses, and you're not wrong. It just gets shat on by everybody involved.
Yeah, Ulster just kind of gets fucked.
All
I
right.
still love that story of that one queen who just kind of threw herself out of a carriage after her husband was an asshole. I'll never forget that.
I mean, Guy was an asshole, Kim.
Yes, but anyway. So I believe that's where we are for right now. So let's move this back into game time. Yes. Kelenoth will look over the three stooges, the three players who are there currently, and he will say, as I have stated, I did not approve for these weapons to be made, nor did I approve of them to be sent to Ulster. I have stated very clearly to all of my vassals that we are not getting involved in this war. I know the perpetrator is here today. I do not exactly know where.
So this weapons dealer, who is he?
He will take a step to the side a little, motioning for Atharius to step up, and Atharius kind of walks up, hands in the pockets of his hoodie, and he'll just kind of say, name of the dude is Hattori Moonblade. I know he's been selling some of our people the weapons, and that's how they've been adding them and throwing them throughout the ranks. They've also been using them on some of the commoners up there, those who continuously rebel, to put them down forever.
Yes.
Yep.
Keltanoth, you are a complicated chap. I'll give you that.
There is a faint smile upon his face.
I will take it upon myself and ask the aid of those here with me to silence this weapons dealer, which will strengthen once again your hold and show the fact you were the one who ruled the Tharlane, etc., etc. I'm led to understand that there was some question of this since you had discourse with your dear sister.
There is no question who rules my kingdom.
Of course you'd say that.
Because it is true. My sister came, she asked, and she was promptly denied and then removed from my territory.
However, should she come south, your head will be on the chopping block, and her husband has more than enough power to deliver it.
As do I.
I'm sure. Ultimately, it is better for you to be our ally than our enemy. After all, the enemy of my enemy, etc.
What are you guys talking about? Just tell us what the bad guy is.
At that point, Atharius will just kind of chip up again and say, bruh, I already did. His name is Hattori Moonblade.
Yeah, where, not who.
They don't know.
We don't know. He's somewhere around here. He looks like a sleazy little motherfucker. Obviously. Don't really know what kith he is, other than he looks like a sleazy motherfucker. I'm guessing maybe a Spriggan. Probably a Spriggan.
Kim, weird question. Oh, sorry. Just before you continue on, Marcus, because I am curious. Can you actively tell the difference between a she and a servitol by looking at them?
Kind of not really. They look extremely similar, except in a couple regards where the Servitol's voice has a much more bell-like musical quality to it, and their eyes are opalescent, and their hair is usually silver because they're, well, very much moonlighty. All the moonlight.
So in theory, if you were to put in some opalescent contacts and, my new face claim has silver hair.
Technically, yeah. Kind of.
Sorry, continue with what you're saying, Marcus. I was just curious about that fact.
Okay, so you're the guy who runs shit around here, right?
Keldanoth will nod.
Does he say yeah?
Yeah, he'll nod.
All right, so give us the button.
I didn't hear what you said, my bad.
So give us the button. Give us whatever it is we need to be fortune shit in your name.
He will kind of look at Kincaid for a moment, but then nod his head slightly, reach into his robes, because he's wearing robes because he was trying to do incognito mode, and he will pull out a small metal badge. Inscribed upon this metal badge is a manticore, a silver manticore, because the manticore has always been this broski sign. What is up with my voice? And he will then hand the badge over, the kind of metal symbol, over to Kincaid.
You gotta fuck me over some kind of way. You gotta be honest about that shit, is it? Is this gonna fuck me over some kind of way?
I wouldn't advise wearing it out in public out of here, but no, here it shouldn't.
Yes, correct. It is my symbol, and it has been known to be my symbol. Wear it out in your public around your duke. It won't be pleasant, but here it shall be known that you are under my command, doing my will.
Thanks. He takes it, and he puts it on his spider silk armor.
Now then, as to any future dealings, we are more than happy to discuss these at a later date when this criminal has been brought to justice. Tintagel will point a finger at, what's the name of the messenger again? Aurelius?
Atharius.
Atharius. He will say, "The next time I see you, however, house traitor, I will kill you." It doesn't matter if your king is wrong. It doesn't matter the ideologies you claim to serve. You are still here, betraying your house in every breath. And you call yourself a she.
Wow, you're right. Instead of betraying the commoners and treating them like shit, I just kind of do the same to the she who are doing the same thing. Are you scared of that?
Ezekiel actually smart.
If you could just not bait the crazy gun-wielding psychopath, that'd be great.
Who are you talking? Who is the crazy psychopath?
Gun-wielding psychopath.
Excellent.
Cannot forget the gun wielding part.
Do your favorite Tharius and not bait the guy.
Sorry, I don't do very well with receiving death threats.
Well, that's every word out of his mouth. Just don't listen to him talk.
It's kind of hard. He has a loud mouth.
Just sheep. They're issued them at birth. Stop.
I know, but he'll just kind of point to his ears.
Okay, then. You guys should be speaking the same language, but apparently you're not. You got a thing for commoners. He's got a thing for rules. Agree to disagree. Move the fuck on.
Fair enough, but I also deal with rules a lot, mainly how to worm around them.
Kim, okay, question. From an etiquette perspective, am I wrong?
You know you're not. I don't know why you're asking the question.
No, because from a rules point of view, he did the very she thing. Technically, he did exactly what he was supposed to. He went and he warned them. He was a little late, but he still warned them. They did start sounding the alarms. He did warn them. He was just a little slow about it. Some could see that as breaking the rules. Others see that as doing the same thing. It really depends on if you're Seelie or if you're unseelie.
By unseelie rules, he did what he was supposed to do. Law and the letter.
Mm-hmm. He did. When
And
he saw the enemy, he went, got in his car, went to the HQ, warned them, set off the alarm.
But here he's actively outing his own king's arms dealer.
It's a criminal in another land, and this is the person who's rightful ruler, and he's telling him.
And technically, we wouldn't recognize a Tharlane, even if, But anyway, it's cool. I'm still going to murder him.
Gonna be in for a surprise.
One moment. Here, Evan. Here's your justification. Here it is. You have it all. Destroy him.
I was going to say it's Tintagel. He'd still act even if he had no justification at all because he's a self-righteous prick.
But he's our self-righteous prick.
That's all I ever wanted to hear, Marcus. Actually, Kim, Tintagel's going to take out his lighter and he's going to flick it open, light it, flick it closed because it's a Zippo, and he's going to do that 3 times. Every time he does it, he's going to say the name over the lighter. And I'm going to use that as my bunk for Will o' the Wisp. If that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or Seer's Wisp, rather. What difficulty does that give me?
-2.
And does this place count as anything special or funky? Are we in the dreaming or anything?
Technically, you're in the dreaming.
So that's -3 total. So that's going to be 5 dice at difficulty 5. You know what? I'm going to spend a willpower. I didn't need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes with a willpower spent.
Okay, one more. Okay, so 6 successes for Will o' the Wisp. Okay, so you uploaded the same video.
Did I?
Yes.
Did I upload it twice?
Yes.
I will go incorrect.
So, a little glowing ball will just kind of poof, poof, poof into the air in front of all of you. It'll bob around for a little bit. And then it will start heading off towards the west.
Follow the yellow brick wall.
Okay. As you guys go, Atharius will look to Kincaid, and he'll kind of walk over to Kincaid, clearly making eye contact, that kind of, I need to speak with you in private, or I need to just speak with you, kind of eye contact. He's not being threatening or anything. In fact, he looks rather morose at this point, which is an odd look on this dude.
Zeke will just follow to the angel.
Okay.
What is it?
He'll kind of, do that whole, like, come over here, and he'll move over to a little corner.
All right.
And he'll kind of lean in, and he's whispering. He's not getting too close, because he knows what that mouth do. He doesn't know exactly specifically what your mouth do, but he knows what Red Cat mouth do. And he'll say,
You want a blowjob or something?
no, not from you, anyway. I enjoy that part on my body. No, instead I have... I'm not sure exactly how to go about this. And you can tell he's being, like, genuinely kind of, like, anxious at this point. And he is rather sorry as he talks, because he just seems, like, really upset about this whole thing. And he'll say, I have some things, yes, that you might possibly want back.
Like what? If you have her wings, you're gonna piss me off.
I don't have them specifically, but I know where to get them. He's kept them as a trophy, but I can retrieve them.
Nope. Need you alive to help the commoners over there, not dead on some fool's errand.
Not hear what you said.
He said, I need you alive to help the commoners over there, not dead on some fool's errand.
Trust me, he's not gonna kill me. He kind of can't at this point.
You of all people should know that the tides of you fuckers changes every 5 minutes. There's a thing I need you to do. I need you to keep doing it.
And trust me, I am doing this thing rather well. I kind of have to. And he will push aside he will push aside his robes as well, because he was wearing them, and there's a sword on his hip. Do you have remembrance?
Nope.
Oh shit. And you weren't there for the plot thing. And he'll just kind of say...
He has, however, seen Tintagil's sword before.
Yes. This sword looks similar to Tintagil's. Motherfucking gnat. Get off my monitor. Okay, sorry. I hate these gnats. They're starting to come in everywhere. Summer. It looks similar... Sorry. It looks very similar. Well, not very similar to Tintagil's, because the sheath on Tintagil's sword is very wooden-like. It looks like kind of like a mossy, kind of green mossy wooden color. Whereas this one, it's made of leather, but a silvery kind of leather, and inscribed in it is all sorts of knots and shit that come off of a tree. There's some runes on the side, like little lines that you can't exactly read. I mean, you don't really know what they are, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think Kincaid knows what Ogham looks like. I don't think so.
No, but Owen does.
Fair enough. And he'll just kind of say, "This sword is kind of like a do good for the commoners kind of thing." You know what I'm saying? I kind of gotta do it. It's like an oath or some shit like that. It was just kind of thrust upon me, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just, I. It just, if she wishes them back, I know you're close to her, so I can get them if you would like them back. If she would like them back.
I'll ask her.
Okay. Do you have a phone? I can just give you my phone number. So that way, when you like ask her, you can just like send me a text or something.
All right.
Okay. Okay. He'll give a thumbs up.
Badge.
Huh?
Nothing. He'll take the number. He'll change numbers. Because, you know, a lot of good a phone does in dreaming. Like, you didn't bring it because you wanted to turn all gobbledygook craziness. But
Yeah.
you got paper, so you can write it down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he'll write his number down.
You want to just call her instead, yourself?
No, she kind of scares me.
You should.
She's kind of crazy, I'll be honest.
What?
I said she scares me, and she is a lovely pixie.
Okay.
Yeah. So just get back to me, and I'll see what I can do about getting them across the border again.
All right.
Oh, and like, you know, if you could just do me a personal favor, if Tintagel ever starts looking my way again, could you just kind of like warn me, please? I kind of enjoy my life.
Sometimes just looking your way again. You've been warned. Assume he always is. He doesn't like you.
Yeah, I don't like him. He's a stuck-up little fucking silly bastard.
Yeah, well, I'm an asshole, unsilly bastard who happens to roll with that particular bastard.
Yeah, because you're pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. You're cool. He's got like a stick shoved all the way up there.
He's a she.
Yeah, but you know what? He kind of reminds me of, well, let's just say if he loses a few more strings, he'd be very much similar to the king. And not y'all's king.
You heard you say I'd shoot you.
Yeah, I know. And then we'd have to fight because I don't like getting shot. So I would probably try to stab him. And it would just get worse from there.
I mean, it look like a punk, so you can throw hands.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
I don't want to fight him.
I mean, to be fair, dude, I don't want to fight anybody. I'm just trying to get, like, through my life. I'm only, like, 23. It's kind of short compared to most she, you know what I'm saying? I just want to live.
Well, keep doing that.
Yeah, but it's really hard, because that dude likes to talk a lot of shit.
He's not talking shit. He doesn't know how to do that.
No. See, I'm going to have to disagree with you there, because it's kind of, like, built into every she. Except we do it in a much more kind of, like, subtle, underhanded way. You know what I'm saying?
What I mean is, if he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it.
See, I've heard a lot of things. Didn't he also say he was going to make those wings for Cece and then ended up not giving them to her for months on end? And a couple other promises he's been very slow to fulfill. Did you know? Because, I'm not going to lie, I have ears everywhere. He promised the Ducal Baron some gemstones and stuff for some mithril. Still hasn't gotten back on that promise either. So I'd be really careful with his word if I were you.
Usually, I'm careful with his word, just like I'm careful with yours.
Yeah, but just because he's a she doesn't mean he's any good. I'm a she,
No.
and I'm like no good.
Maybe you don't understand. Take the word of she as the word of she.
Yeah, fair enough. I suppose that's true.
Which means you're just as full of shit as he is.
Yeah, but I mean, at least I'm full of shit and you know it. He tries to play it off really cool.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't care if you believe him. He doesn't care if you respect him. He cares if you say you don't respect him.
It's very clear we have differences in opinions when it comes to Tintagel. I guess it must be different perspectives and stuff like that. That is what it is, I suppose. Anyway. Huh? Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, I'm gonna let you get back off and to catch up with them. And I got to run back real fast to Ulster because I think there's something I need to do over there. So, I will see you later.
There it is.
Yep. Have a good one. And watch your back, dude. The goblin market's pretty crazy.
I got a badge.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean like all the Thalane like the badge. Like, does every commoner enjoy being ruled over by that duke? Or by, the king? No.
I also got a that over there. He points to his dog.
That is a rather cute puppy, I will be honest.
You know what that is?
Kind of lifts up a hand, does the motion.
You don't know what it is.
Kinda. Not really. Okay, I'm more of like a PR kind of person, I deal with like the mortals. I don't really deal with like dreaming stuff a whole bunch. I know exactly enough to know what the sword on my hip is and like a couple of its brothers and sisters, and that's like it when it comes to my knowledge of like us and all of this. Kind of.
Okay. Later, Tharius.
Yeah. Later, to you as well. And he just kind of scoots himself back over near Keldanoth, and they promptly exit stage left as good NPCs.
He walks over to Titty and says, "You a fan club, man."
Tintagel will shrug. In all honesty, a she who would betray his house is no she at all.
Seek just remains quiet, taking it all in.
He goes. He looks at hands and is like, "Okay, look, level with me. I never asked. I always assumed. Like, is it? It's like impolite to ask what, like if you're silly or unsilly, right? You're supposed to just know based off of actions.
I beg you, what? Sorry, what was that? It's impolite to ask what?
Impolite to ask if somebody's silly or unsilly.
He'll nod. No, he'll kind of shake his head. I don't think so.
You sure?
Out of character, is it polite or impolite? I have enough etiquette to know. I just never contemplated.
Not really. It's something that people more so just kind of figure out through actions and whatnot. They don't really kind of like openly talk about it. It's just kind of like everyone knows whether or not like you're unseelie or you're seelie because they can just kind of figure it out most of the time.
Mm-hmm. He'll say, I'm a member of House Dougal. That should answer the question.
I mean, to be
We
fair,
don't necessarily have a large population of unsealed. We have a small number.
I'm just saying, names ringing out a lot.
Names, what, sorry?
Your name's ringing out a lot. Much of
In
that.
what way?
You are a problem.
He'll contemplate, and as I'm going to assume that they're walking after the will-o-wisp, as it kind of bobs along. He'll say, I didn't give a damn about this place when I came here. I only came here in order to design a museum of modern art. That was the reason I came here. It was a job. Really, it was. However, it's funny how you can come to care even when you contemplate that you never will. You say that you're this, you're that, you're the other, and in the end, you somehow believe that those statements are true. However, ultimately, in a day, your reality can change. I'm now sworn to a duke here. I probably will build a life here, and the people, even these people, to some way or another, are my responsibility. That's the burden, ultimately. I don't care if I'm a nice person. I don't care if people view me as a good person. That's entirely their business. All I know is that it is my duty to keep them safe one way or the other, and to uphold the ideals upon which our society is built, one way or the other. And it is, and I emphasize this, our society. As much as the she love to think so, unfortunately, society is built upon all levels, and thus it is the pyramid sits. So, I am many things. I didn't think I would come to care about this place or these people, but then again, they are now my responsibility. So of course I care.
You done with this soliloquy?
One day I'll awaken the poet in you.
I'm a chef, I'm a goddamn artist.
You know I have never eaten your food.
No, you haven't.
No.
That little bouncy ball thing's gonna find us where the bad guy is and we're gonna crush his face, right? That's the plan.
Pretty much. We're going to find out if he has any other suppliers and how he's acquiring the weapons, but then yes, I assume face smashing will commence.
Probably got goons.
I beg your pardon?
Probably got goons. Zeke, you gonna be able to back us up?
He'll try. Won't you, Zeke?
I didn't bring this along for nothing. That's the heavy crossbow, repeating crossbow on his back.
Kincaid will be red capping down the street, like exuding his intimidation aura. So like people who don't need to be fucking with him won't need to be fucking with him. Do I need to make some sort of streetwise and or intimidate roll to just be like, I'm man, might want to back the fuck up?
Yeah, I guess you can roll manipulation or charisma, intimidation, depending on how you're doing it. If you're just kind of like strutting your stuff, being like, "Hey, bitches, fuck off," you can roll like charisma.
Okay, I'll do that. I hope. I got 8 dice. Let's see what happens.
Anything is
Nothing.
possible.
Nothing bad can happen.
So you can have that set, yes. And the difficulty is reduced by 3 for Chimera and 2 to do by 2. Kim? I am have the murderous mean, and I am have bully browbeat.
Difficulty 3. We're just gonna put it at that.
On a side note, Kim, you never put one of my month's XP spending on my sheet.
Didn't.
No. For the 2nd of April, I have Sovereign 1, Melee 1 and 2, and Ride 1, but they were never put on. Just whenever you have time.
I'll get to it.
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
I got a few.
Oh, sweet jumpy Jesus. Okay. That's how it's going to be today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 successes, I think. Well, you can tell by the way I move my walk. I'm like you think.
So, exactly how many successes did you get?
7.
So, yeah, ain't nobody trying to get up in your way.
I'm following the red cap.
Yeah, no, like
He's gonna walk the walk, badge and all. This is like for real, like straight up, like I'm the new sheriff in town, and his name is Kincaid Duncern.
This is the Congo line of fuck off.
Well, I figured that he needs to send a message, Keldon off. So I'm trying to basically reestablish that level of that street level of order in the Goblin Market. Do you know what I'm saying, Kim?
I got you. So you're walking down, you're following this will-o'-the-wisp. A couple of the ogres, you know, they're big, tough, not that bright. They kind of stand up. They're like, oh, we gonna mess with this little group. Then they see the badge. And then they just see the red cap. And they're like, you know what? Maybe it's a good idea to just sit my ass back down. So they do. They sit their asses back down. Everyone's just kind of like moving their gaze around. They're averting their gaze. They're like, I don't even want to look at this dude in case he just kind of like beats the shit out of us. You know, I ain't even gonna fuck with him.
I do grab somebody and randomly beat the shit out of him though. Like if you win a roll, I will. But yeah, he does.
You'll have to roll depending on who you're gonna try to beat the shit out of.
What now?
Who are you gonna grab and beat the shit out of? You got Spriggans, you got ogres, you got some little goblins, you got, you know, no lurks down here. You have some boggers.
Oh, come on, dude. You gotta punch an ogre. I mean, in prison, go for the biggest bitch.
Well, who's the biggest looking dude that didn't sit down? He kind of shifted, but he didn't sit down.
That would be an ogre. Because he wasn't that bright to sit down. He was just kind of like, I'm gonna just stand here, all the seats taken. Doo-doo-doo. Oh my god, no, wait.
Don't do it, Kim. Don't do it, Kim.
You hear him say, okay, boss.
I hate you so much. That also means, Kim, I can change my overlay right the fuck now.
No, you're not.
Don't fuck with, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm gonna do what I fucking want, because this is my venue.
Oh, I feel ways. Angry ways.
You can feel all the ways you want, honey. That's my venue.
Ooh.
Anyway, this is kind of a big ogre. You can tell he's pretty sweet. He's just kind of like not that bright, and he just kind of does what he needs to do. But he didn't sit down.
I can't beat that guy up. I'm not that bad.
Thank you.
Like I'm a horrible person, but I'm not.
Kim, you are an inhuman monster.
Yes. And
Kim, he gave me upsies. Monster.
He will see him and just give him the eye. He won't like put his hands on him.
he'll just kind of look, tilt his head to the side, and say, "Okay, boss."
Rodriguez, that's right. Boss Kincaid is the name.
Nod, nod. Okay, boss. And then all the ogres just kind of go, "Okay, boss."
Did he keep walking?
Kim, can I keep all of the ogres?
No, you can't keep all of the fucking ogres.
Dang.
What the fuck?
Worth trying?
No! No! No!
We get it, Kim. We get it.
Do I need to say it again?
Yes.
No! No!
Can I keep one of the ogres?
No! Oh, Jesus fuck.
They are not Pokemon.
They're not like the Tyrannid. We're not here to catch them all.
God damn it, Kim. If you could have pets in Warhammer, I could have pets in Changeling.
Here's a question though, Kim. Do any of like the ogres have weapons in their hands?
Not okay. One of them has a really big club, but it's kind of slung across its back.
Like if anybody had any knives, he'd just take it, but they don't, so he keeps on walking.
Yeah, they're ogres. They use like clubs and shit.
Let us follow the will of the wisp. Away.
Yep. So I can so the will o' the wisp is just kind of bobbing up and down as it moves for. Oh wow, I really got a pee now. Anyway, so y'all just follow it, and it stops in front of a little house. Not really a house per se. It's more so just kind of it's a really old, decrepit looking building that's chilling there. But it stops right in front of the door, and the door's shut.
Does the little will-o-wisp like bob against the door? Like boop, boop, boop.
No, it just kind of stops in front of the door. It's like, all done! Not done.
Oh god, it's his job done. Careful.
I see.
This is the door.
I think some kind of show is needed here. You'll see Tintagel. He'll move his hands around in front of him, and even if it's just difficulty 7 because I can't be bothered doing a cantrip. Hey Kincaid, I was trying to give you more, but unfortunately the roll fucked me. Have +1 strength to boot down the door.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Kincaid's not all that strong, but I'm gonna cheat.
I just cheated as well.
Sure.
Fire.
When Did the angel do that? Does that? Zeke takes off his repeating crossbow and prepares it.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw my sword and one of my guns.
Drive him closer so he can hit them with his sword.
Kim,
Oh, I don't like it when what?
if you look on page
Jesus.
one,
Page numbers.
198 of the Changeling 20th edition,
Mm-hmm.
you see the art in question at the second dot version.
I know. Yes.
I can't use the first dot because you can't lower difficulty past 3, you said in your game.
Yes.
But they made me buy it anyway.
Yes. You can also, like, wrap yourself in shadows for stealth difficulty, so technically you can get some use out of it if you really need. But yes, go ahead.
I'll be using the second dot to see if I can get an extra dot of damage, an extra point of damage or whatever for am destruction by eyeballing the door.
Okay.
I will try and see a weak point. It will add one whole dish. I don't think I have to roll for this.
Well, you're gonna have to use art plus realm. Each success will be a point of damage.
Oh, it's each success?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I only roll 4 dice because prop 2. It's a door.
Yeah.
Mm.
You can
That
do
did 7.
Well, you guys are in the dreaming, and so that does lower it by. Oh yeah, that's why it's diff 7. Duh, does he start off? No, I'm very tired right now, guys. You can also do bunks too.
Why? It's a door.
I'm just saying. Do what you want.
Let me roll this as 4. Yay, it's chimerical. Nothing happened. Did I do it wrong?
Let me see. Let me see.
Did I forget a space?
Yes, between the or and the for.
Yes.
And since I can't spend willpower, I won't.
Well,
Yeah. Because you kind of can't spend willpower.
I can want to, though.
that's still extra 3 successes, yo. Or 3 successes, rather.
Jesus. Yeah, so, as soon as you go ahead and try to punch the door.
Okay, that'd be strength plus dex for the brawl.
Yes, Dex Brawl. Strength Brawl.
Well, that makes me happy. I'm kind of strong. You said I'd give me a +1 to strength, Evan?
Yep. Dragon's Eye.
Strength is 5. Brawl is 4, so that's 9 dice. And the difficulty is...
It's a door.
Well, it's a door. You can do it at difficulty 5.
I hit.
Okay. Well, you're punching it, so I guess go ahead, roll your carryover plus strength plus 1.
Carryover is 1 or 2.
1. Your carryover will be 1.
1.
And adding 1 additional die of damage. So go ahead and add 3 extra dice to that as well for the autumn.
Yeah. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, D10. But no F because all there's no the 1 doesn't take away.
Yep.
Damage.
Doesn't take away because damage rolls.
1, 2, 3. I fucked it up, but still you can read it. So 3.
Okay, so didn't really destroy the door, but you definitely kicked a big ass hole in it.
Breeze.
Knock, knock, motherfuckers.
You just you don't hear. Okay, when you kick down the door, you hear kind of like a shout, and then footsteps as people start running. And I will be right back as you guys plan like attack or whatever, because I gotta go pee.
Situations like this,
this
that I love.
this entire problem can be solved by a liberal application of pew pew pew, right?
I agree.
Ask him at some point how hard it is to make chimerical gunpowder. Do it.
It is days like this that I love the fact that this is a repeating crossbow and not a regular crossbow.
How much damage does a crossbow do?
This one does 8. Normally it's 6. And it's a +2 to attack. And has a clip of 8.
And make sure I'm getting my damage on my gauntlets.
Marcus, we're about to throw hands.
We
That's
about to
your
do.
favorite time of the year.
Hold on,
We about
I thought we were throwing bullets and bolts.
You know whatever you want to. I'm gonna freeze people in place and take them into custody. I'm a terrible person.
How much
I
fucking
do
wit do you have?
5.
Oh.
I'm gonna have 5 in autumn too.
The 5th dot in autumn really disappointed me.
I'm only picking it up because of what it says about the changelings that actually use it.
What? They become known as warlocks that are really creepy motherfuckers.
The autumn art is regarded by most historians as the black magic of the most unwholesome sort. While many would like to believe such glamour would only be wielded by the most dark-hearted of unsilly, the truth of the autumn art has a long history among the both courts as well as certain setter grumps and unsilly boggins. Only reason taking it.
Once again, if it all goes horribly tits up, Marcus, Thoricon Death back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We do have to have a dragon that lives in the basement named Tuesday.
Yes. And I have dragons R5. That's what it's
No, he doesn't actually have the Arc Dragon terrified. The dragon just really fucking hates him.
And just in case you're wondering what his repeating crossbow looks like.
Okay. So I'm back.
And you got something else to eat.
It might be a slice of pizza.
Then again, it might not.
It might not.
It's in Kim's mouth. Don't ask questions.
Exactly. Girl, y'all know I could be like munching on a. Actually, no, I'm not gonna finish that.
They're not. They're not.
Surprise, guys!
Surprise, guys! I'm multitasking.
It's found a random dude, guys. It's okay.
I don't want to live anymore.
You can't pull it.
Kim is a sweet cinnamon bun and she can do no wrong. Silence your mouth.
She does it right. That's the problem.
Oh boy. If only you knew about the other shit that I write. Oh boy.
I do. And you won't share. And you talk about it.
I need to read all of your smut.
So we're gonna
Not just all of
continue.
your smut.
That smells amazing.
So we're gonna fucking choke on this pizza. So
You know how to breathe and eat. You be alright.
Jesus fucking Christ. Actually, no.
Yes, we're horrible people. Moving on.
I ain't say nothing.
You're the one who started it.
I didn't start nothing.
Great.
Okay, right, guys. It's fucking early here. It's not late anymore. It's fucking early. So can we continue, please?
Yes, ball.
Thank you.
Maybe. So
Now I'm having flashbacks to Asher, and I love that ogre.
okay, boss.
Sad now.
So you guys hear multiple pairs of footsteps just all starting to run when Marcus, when Kincaid put his foot through the door. They say that whole, you gotta have one foot in the door and everything. Marcus has literally got like a foot in the door.
Hallelujah.
Yes. And you can hear about 3 footsteps running.
Are they running away from us or towards us?
Oh, wait.
All right.
Back door.
Kim, can I hopscotch onto the roof of the house?
No.
Why?
There isn't a roof.
The fuck kind of house is this?
Y'all are in a cave, remember?
I thought they just built houses in the cave.
No, they carved them. Like, they literally carved this place out of the stone of the cave. So like there is no roof. It just kind of, it's a building, but the roof is just kind of like literally the roof of the cave. But of course there are like alleyways and everything built around it. So there are like back doors and shit. Because this it's the goblin market. Yeah, there are gonna be back doors so people can fucking run.
All right, dexterity athletics to pelt through the house after them.
Yes, but there's a red cap in your way.
Ah.
There a window?
Yes.
Is it open?
No.
Kincaid, are you going to, charge in? Charge?
On my turn?
Are we in turns?
She hadn't said we roll initiative yet, so I was gonna wait till how she wanted to do it. I assume nothing. Kim,
Yeah.
can I bust through the door like the Kool-Aid Man?
Only if you say, "Oh yeah."
Oh, yeah, I plan on it. That was the whole thing.
Okay.
First of all, Evan, my venue, you let me say it, okay?
Oh, come on! I was not making
No.
the rules.
No, shut the hell up, because I was going to say the same thing.
So what you're saying is you're actually having a go at me for agreeing with you.
Yes, but I'm the ST and you said it before me. You took it. Stop.
Yeah.
Fucking hate you.
It's okay. I hate you too.
Yeah. Hate you.
Jesus fucking Christ, Marcus. Just bust through the fucking door already. I'm done.
I do. I busted the door. Ah, Kincaid. Stop, bitches. Do I need to like roll intimidate to scare people and make them stop? Because I will.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Let me see if murderous mean gives me any extra dice. I think it does.
I'm not sure it does, but you can go ahead and say.
I forgot what it did. Please don't pick 170. Does my silken armor stack with my granite skin armor?
Yeah. Did I ever get a ruling on how much armor that was?
You never told me.
Oh shit.
I never asked.
Hold on. I want to say I wrote it down somewhere. It's probably in my personal notes, though. Thanks, Kim. Yes. Given the magical quality, and you went through RP shenanigans and shit to get it, it will have an armor rating of 6 with no dex penalty, given it's spider silk. So it's very nice.
But I
It
have,
is very nice. Very nice.
Yes.
so I have. Does that add on to the? So chainmail gives you 3, so I have 9 armor.
Effectively, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. You are a tank.
I made friends with spiders and they tried to kill me. I think I deserve it.
Didn't you either give me or offer me a suit of that?
I gave you a suit of it.
You gave me, yeah. Shit, Kim, so I can buy that. Can I wear that under my sheath plate?
Yes.
No!
Yes, you can. You said you could.
When the fuck did I say that? I was high.
Oh, yeah. Oh. All of it, Kim. All of it.
I'm not allowed. Okay, no. Because granite skin is something completely fucking different. That's just skin. I'm not allowing you to put a suit of armor underneath another suit of armor. Fuck you guys.
Now, Trace Buster. Okay, cool. We got it.
No.
Didn't they historically
also
put
did-
chainmail under?
He also didn't say anything about granite skin, Kim. He said, "Can I wear my chainmail over it?" That's an additional.
No, because granite skin, it acts as chainmail. Like the you get the stats for chainmail.
Okay. Do you have granite skin, Marcus?
Yes.
Okay, cool. My apologies.
Fuck yourself.
Okay, fuck off, Kim. Jesus.
Kim, do you need a napkin, Kim? Napkin.
Kim, do you need like a nap and a cookie or something? Christ,
Yeah.
manage thy blood sugar, woman.
Actually, given that like everybody in my family has diabetes, my blood sugar is really good.
Oh, no, that's not diabetes if you live down south. That's the diabetes.
You're right, though. Like, dude, when I say everybody in my fucking family has it, I mean like everybody in my fucking family has it.
Including including the baby Staples?
Okay, I'm talking about like the older Stapleses. Like my grandpa got it, my grandma had it, my great grandma had it, my uncle has it, my dad has it. I think my other uncle got it. I don't know about the Bridges because I don't fuck with the Bridges because they're a bunch of nasty ass little backstabbing hoes. But I know about the Staples though.
John Wick got it. Ray Nem got it. Cousin Earl got it.
So Kim, I can't combine the two. I'm sad now.
No!
That would put you on a whole different level of goon status, man.
Fucking, oh yeah, guys, I'm wearing my armor underneath some other armor. No.
It's fine, Kim. Don't worry about it. Jesus.
My cod piece. What? You know about that, do you?
Denied.
My cod
so
piece.
right, so yeah, go and fucking scare these people because as I said, it's fucking early now.
Alright, I'm gonna roll my 7 dice, but the difficulty is reduced by 3 if they're changelings.
Yeah, difficulty 3.
Okay.
Just go ahead and just go ahead. Go on him. Go at him, Marcus.
I only do one thing well.
Says the guy with a fucking brawl sound 9. Go fuck yourself.
It's not always 9.
It's usually 8.
No, it's usually 6 or 7. It was 9 because I got to use strength instead of dex, which is like a 2. I can't spend willpower, but if I could, I would have.
So what? Scared the shit out of
him? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 4. It says 4. I don't know why it says 4.
Because there's a 1 in there.
Okay.
Okay. So you got 4 successes. You bust through the door. Your flaming hair flies all over the place in its little ponytail. You hear whatever just in the back going, whatever. You got the dog beside you, and you got this really cool looking shimmery armor. And on that armor is, of course, the badge of Keldana. And you just kind of bust up in there like, oh yeah, it's Kincaid, motherfuckers. And so they just kind of like, one was hopping out the back window. Another one was literally climbing on the ceiling, trying to go out this little vent on the ceiling. And there was a whole nother one trying to hide his ass underneath the staircase. Because there's a staircase, because there's a second floor. They all just kind of stop. They look over at Kincaid. The one on the ceiling gets so scared, they let go of the ceiling and they drop down with a very nasty sounding thud.
If that guy is the dumbest one, I have the dog eat him.
Yes. Okay. So you send a dog to go eat them, and then there's blood everywhere and a whole bunch of you know, because it's actually very vicious getting eaten apart by like a dog.
Okay, this dog can do that? What the fuck did I buy? Oh my god.
Tintanto's going to very casually walk into the room. Kim, is there a chair I can sit in?
If you walk into the room, you're going to get sprayed with blood.
That's fine. He'll walk through the blood as if it's not there and find a place to sit down.
Yes. There's a place you can fucking sit.
Now then, whose home is this? I hope it wasn't that person.
You know, he's just screaming and screaming and screaming, and then suddenly, mid-scream, it stops. And there's just a gurgle as the dog has ripped out its throat.
Excellent. I was wondering how long it would take him to get to the windpipe.
Blood is going everywhere because Okay, and it doesn't come out, in just like a one clean, like like a fucking water hose or nothing. No, arterial blood, it spurts. It's like, one of those little like sprinklers. It's
It's because it goes with the heartbeat, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll help.
Help what? Help the dog kill the dude?
We'll eat. We're both. I'm a red cap. No.
Okay, so you go join the dog in eating this person. He very quickly dies afterwards because he's had about a good bit of him just eaten. Just eaten.
And with a leg in her mouth, I go, all right, whose house is it?
Everyone is, they're just kind of staring, horrified, their eyes wide open. They're just like, ah! They're not answering. They're fucking scared. You just ate their, like, one of their buddies in front of them. And they're covered in their buddy's blood, too.
He started licking his fingers. Look, somebody better tell me.
Now then, as I said, whose is this house?
Yeah.
It's Tori's. It's Madame Moonblade's. And one of them passes out.
Where's Madame Moonblade?
The one trying to get out through the window was the one who passed out. So now he's just kind of like hung over the window seal. The dude.
You person on the stairs. Thank you. Where's Madame Moonblade?
Do I have to tell you?
Yes.
I would highly recommend it.
If I tell you, will you let me go?
I tell you what, you may contemplate that while you're making me a cup of tea.
There's no tea here.
Oh, shit. No.
That sounds like a you problem.
I can't fucking stand you.
Oh, shit, this boy.
What was okay.
What kith or creature is this?
You can, they look... What the fuck was that sound? Oh, that was my cockatiel. Anyway. Okay, so the man that has walked out from underneath the staircase, you can see he's wearing a rather beautiful necklace. His eyes look a bit too large, and they're very, very deep blue. Their lips are thin, and they have gills running down the sides. It looks as if like they've been crying, from the corners of the eyes, kind of down the cheeks onto the neck, are little lines of blue glowing bioluminescent kind of things.
What kind of lore is he?
You can roll Fellain lore or remembrance.
By the way, I have got two more. I meant to have Fellain lore 2. You only ever put 1 on my sheet, but it's okay. Don't worry about it.
And then note it down. I'll change it. Go ahead and use it.
I'll roll my remembrance.
Okay.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, assuming standard diff.
That's a Kelpie.
Oh!
In their human form.
Kim, I want to snuggle it.
And since you've already met a Kelpie, and you've rolled this lore before, you remember that Kelpies, their vulnerability is if they can be bound, pretty much. And so the necklace is the quote-unquote bridle for this Kelpie. So he is bound to the service of another, the one who bound him with the necklace.
How do you break the bond?
It's only released by the master.
Did your master expressly say you could not say where they were going?
I was told to hide.
Oh, so they're still here. Wonderful.
Kim,
Yes.
Zeke's going to start tossing the place.
Okay.
He's looking for iron weapons and such.
There's not really anything on the ground floor, other than like a table and some chairs.
Tintagel is going to stand up with his gun and his sword drawn, and I'm going to go upstairs.
Zeke's following.
He's going to shout. He's going to say to Kincaid as he passes, "Make sure the others down here don't get too rowdy. I'll see if they're upstairs."
Kelpie's just gonna look at Kincaid with wide eyes.
You like to be ridden, do you?
Oh dear, I was taking a fucking sip of water! Oh no! I just went all over my keyboard. Fucking. Dude, fucking warn a chick next time. So,
Life lesson.
yeah, life lesson, fucking learn.
Anyway,
His eyes will go wider, and his cheeks will darken to this scarlet color, and he's just like, and they just kind of look extremely embarrassed.
up we go, Kim.
Up you go, up you go, up you go. Into a room. I'll just left this dude alone with the fucking Kelpie. Okay. So I go up and up, and it gets progressively darker until you reach the second floor, and there are no lights. In fact, the darkness up here seems almost forced. It doesn't seem natural. This darkness is thick, and it kind of clings to everything.
Tintagel puts on his helmet because he hasn't been wearing up till this point. It's kind of attached to his belt just in case he gets struck on the head. And he's going to say, "Not bad. Not bad at all. I can do better."
I can do better.
You'll see Tintagel, he'll open his lighter one more time and he'll flick the flame on, at which point he's going to let it burn his gauntleted hand and using that as his bunk, he's going to use Oniromancy to form basically a dreaming equivalent of the sun in his hand. Just to cast light, but it'll also look cool.
You couldn't just like a fucking flashlight or anything. But
I mean,
go ahead. Oh
nothing.
shit! What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Sorry, my computer did something weird. Oh, Jesus.
What value did you give me for the bunk?
For burning your hand?
Mm-hmm.
-2.
Awesome. And I'm going to spend a willpower, and we're still in a fancy place. So that will mean, or rather in the dreaming, so that would mean it's another -1, so that would make it diff 5? Yeah. And it will be... Spending a willpower. 4 successes with the willpower spent, Kim.
Okay. Yeah, there's a little globe of light in your hand. There are little, because you were like, the sun! And I was like, okay. So there are little solar flares coming off of it and everything like that, and it gives off an orangish kind of light that pierces through the darkness, but only in about a 5-yard radius, which is pretty large in this little house.
There. So he's going to start looking or walking, and he's actually going to make sure that Zeke stays in his. He's going to make sure that Zeke stays in his general little orb of light, because Kim, anything that moves else in the orb of light is getting shot.
So you walk into one of the rooms, and you see a desk. Sitting at this desk, kind of hands folded, is this very gaunt-looking woman. Her cheekbones are really high, and her skin is clinging to her frame. Her hair is about a little past her chin, and her eyes are a deep red.
The fuck is that, Kim?
Wanna roll me some lore?
I'll roll you some remembrance. Mm.
What kind of lore?
The lane.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't Greymare cover that? Does Greymare cover that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
3 successes on my lore check. Or my remembrance, rather.
So intelligence, Grimir?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If it's standard difficulty, it's 2 successes.
Okay. With y'all were using what? Greymare? Okay. With Greymare, y'all know their Thalane equivalents of Salua. They look kind of similar to Slua. They ain't the best. They really creepy. And they're kind of very mean. With the how many successes you get, Evan?
3.
Yeah. Since you use remembrance instead of just like Greymare, the lane was they go by the name of Boggies. You met one once?
Are these the things that hate being confined?
Yes.
Okay. Tintangible will very nonchalantly snap his fingers and use a neuromancy to basically form a rope around her, tying her to the chair. His bunk will be run as fast as you can. Oh wait, you can't. Snap. Is that acceptable, Kim?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I just remember they really hate being imprisoned or like trussed up. Important question, because I'll form a cage otherwise rather than a rope. Is it being encaged or just is it being trapped? Because I did get this when I met the previous one.
Being restrained in any way does physical harm to them that they really hate. And if they're imprisoned in a small area like a cage, instead of doing bashing per hour, it does lethal per day.
Screw it. I'm just trying to cause her pain and I'm just trying to cause her unpleasantness at this point. So we'll continue with the rope. Prop 2 is enough for a rope. Yes.
Believe so.
Cool. I'm going to spend another willpower. What do you give me for the bunk of run as fast as you can? Oh wait, you can't, because I thought that was funny.
That'll be a -1.
Cool. So the additional -1 from the thingy-mabob and the willpower, that's 4 successes. Someone ripped up.
Okay. So there's a rope that is formed around her, tying her to the chair. She will let out a pained hiss of annoyance, but she still just looks at you guys.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
So, you're the weapons dealer for Ulster.
Perhaps.
I see. He's going to hand the little sun that he has in his hand to Zeke, just like, here, have the sun.
Zeke will balance it on the crook of his elbow as he has the crossbow shouldered and aimed towards the chick behind the desk.
I ponder. This isn't your war. Whatever side wins makes no difference to you. Why do you care?
I care for the money. For the items.
I see. So you are willing to spill the blood and destroy the souls of interested parties in exchange for baubles?
I exchange weapons, which are being used to destroy more Kithane, same Canaan, which outcasts me and my kind.
Kim, does cold iron have the same effect on Tharlane?
Oh yeah, that has an effect on like everybody.
Excellent. He's going to motion to Zeke and he's going to say, try and find where they've hidden their stash, please.
He'll put his crossbow. He'll offer the crossbow to Tangel.
He'll shake his head.
Realizes he has the gun and then puts it over his shoulder and starts using the sun to check for cold or for the iron or cold iron, whichever it is. I have the ability to work with it, so I should be able to recognize it pretty easily, right?
Okay.
Kim, right? All right. I should be able to recognize it pretty easily because I work with it, right? I can work with it.
If it's out and about, yeah, and most. Okay, you have the work with iron merit, right?
Yes.
Okay, so most every changeling has this thing where they can pretty much feel cold iron, because when you get too close, it's like, oh, that's banality right there, buddy.
Yep.
And you gotta walk away. You don't have that. You don't have that little sensor. What was that cough for?
That's cough.
Bless you.
My bad.
Okay, because usually you do that same thing when you call people out on their bullshit. You're like, no. I was just making sure, like, it wasn't something like that. Bless you, dude. My bad.
Actually, in that case, yeah, no, he's going to let you. Would it be easier if I went to look for it because I can feel its banality?
I mean, he can also just roll a perception investigation, which was what I was getting to. You wouldn't really know that he can work with cold iron.
Actually, I think I've mentioned it to Tangel before.
Oh, I know. You don't really want to. On one hand, you kind of don't want to let that get around because some people will take that as oh, you worked with cold iron. That's illegal. Other people, like knockers, would be like, oh, that's pretty cool, dude.
4 successes.
Okay. So, you're walking around, and you find this door with a really big lock on it. You're kind of like, yeah, that's probably where they're hiding the cold iron.
Yeah, I'm going to tell the lock to open.
Okay, go ahead, roll it.
What's the combination again? Sorry.
Excuse me. Let me make sure that's still how that goes. Okay. So if I allowed you to use it the last time, that was my bad. I'm rereading it over again, and it's just fixing stuff. You can scare machines and stuff into working again.
All right. Well, I'll use Dex Larceny to open the lock.
Okay. It looks like it's locked, so you'll be okay.
Sorry?
I was just also use technology to open locks, apparently.
I thought that Larceny was specifically made for doing stuff like that, like breaking
It's
into
a
locks.
technological lock, like a keypad, I would say, technology, but considering it's not a keypad, it's literally just a big-ass padlock, it's going to be larceny.
Okay. I'll spend a willpower. 4 successes.
Okay. You start picking out the lock, and you get it open. And it drops off. And you can walk into the room, but you gotta open the door.
Okay, I'll try to open the door.
Okay. You open the door. Roll me perception alertness.
No memento, please. There we go. Okay. Three successes.
You walk in the door. You open the door. You walk into the room. There's, racks upon racks of various cold iron weaponry, swords, knives, various types of swords, long swords, bastard swords, hand and a half. I think it's the same thing as a bastard sword, but we're not going to go into that. I don't know swords. And in the middle of the room, kind of sitting on a chest, club in his hand, looking bored as fuck, is an ogre. And he just kind of looks up and he says, "Boss lady said no one come in here except her."
And I am drawing my crossbow.
Hold tight. Let me pause for a moment. For a second.
Yeah.
Ian, for real?
What?
Nothing. Go on.
I'm actually the best with crossbow, nothing else that's in hand's reach.
No. He means you're actually going to fight it, as opposed to obviously bamboozling it, talking it down, or confusing the shit out of it because they're as dumb as mud.
Or running and coming and get goons.
Well, drawing my crossbow and alerting Titangel is obviously what he's going to do.
Tintage's having a pleasant conversation. But he will say, when he's alerted, obviously, because obviously it took Zeke some time to pick the lock, I don't understand. Why so... No, I do. That's a lie. Why you destroy those souls? Why? Why are you filled with so much hate?
Kim, you just got really quiet.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with my microphone. It's fucking up again. Probably because my birds ate it. There we go. I'll say, I suppose we'll get to that in a moment. It sounds like your friend has found, well, has found my little friend.
Kim, question. She is helpless. Well, or at least I believe she is. Is it possible for Tintagel to literally just sigh, crack her over the back of the head to knock her unconscious in a very unceremonious way?
Yeah, that's fun.
So he will just like dunk, because yeah, if you take a pistol whip to the back of the head, you're gonna go on. You're gonna go out.
Yes, I know.
Real life, not in a role playing game, there are no instant kills.
I will fight you.
Do it.
At which point, I don't wanna. At which point he's gonna sheath his sword, draw the other gun, and go and make sure the boggin doesn't die.
Okay, but what about the knocker?
Oh, sorry, the knocker. As he strides towards the sun, he's just going to say, "Good afternoon."
What?
Hello.
What?
He's going to wave.
Hello.
Yeah, you find Zeke. You find Zeke literally staring down a ogre with his crossbow out, pointed directly at him.
It's very nice to meet you. What is your name?
I ain't supposed to talk to y'all.
Yes, but I'm very nice.
Yeah, but you ain't one of us. I can smell that.
That's true. You know what? He's going to sit down with his back against the wall and just going to say, "My name is Tintagel. It's very nice to meet you."
Madam Moonblade said I had to fight anybody who came in here.
Do you want to fight us?
Kinda.
Why?
Cause y'all hurt my friends.
I didn't hurt your friends, and I'm sorry if friends were hurt.
Yeah, but your kind did.
Yes, they did, and I'm very angry with them because of it. He's not lying, for the record. If you want, like, if you feel subterfuge rolls are needed, bear in mind he's the one who's nice to the Thalane.
Jeez.
Fuck commoners.
Well, no. Okay, being politically correct, I have the whole kind of thing about for commoners. No, and I'm going to say this honestly. He just thinks commoners have their place. He also thinks that it's the duty of the nobles to protect the commoners. He'll then say, "I'm not here to hurt you, and I don't want to hurt you. But I'd also rather if you didn't hurt us."
But the madam said.
And the madam locked you in a dark room all alone. Was that very nice of her?
Brain cells on fire.
you can see that little mouse slowly trying to turn that little rusted wheel, doing its best. Doing its best.
Oh, and come on. Sitting in this room with all of this can't be comfortable for you.
I mean, I only gotta sit in here when we have company come, and that's not very often.
He's going to extend his hand and he's going to say, "Well, I have an idea. Why don't you come with me and we'll go and have a nice bowl of soup?"
But
I don't know where bowl of soup came from, but God knows it did. Can I roll charisma expression to kind of, improve his disposition towards me?
That soup, though, amazing.
That soup, though. I got a chef downstairs.
Just don't ask questions about what's in it. Or who.
actually, wait.
Huh?
You know what? No, go ahead. Go ahead, roll.
Oh, okay. What am I rolling?
Roll charisma subterfuge.
Why subterfuge?
Or
You
expression.
I beg your pardon?
Or expression.
Okay, cool. I was just like, why subterfuge? I haven't lied. This character can't lie for shit.
That sounds like a you problem.
It really does, though. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay. Okay. He kind of sniffs out the air again. Then he looks at Tintagel,
Mm-hmm.
who's still covered in the arterial blood
Mm-hmm.
of one of his friends.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So the ogre will stand up. He'll kind of shuffle a few steps. And he'll go, "You hurt my friend.
No, I didn't.
You're covered in his blood."
Hmm. He'll stand up and he'll say, "I didn't want your friend to be hurt, honestly, and I'm sorry that he was. But your master hurt many of my friends. He made it so that they could never come back."
You hurt my friend. Go ahead, roll initiative.
Oh.
Ah, well,
Nice.
I tried. I should not have sat where I sat. Mistakes were made.
You shouldn't have sat.
Mistakes. Once again, mistakes were made.
And Kincaid, if you want to hop in on the combat, you're definitely gonna hear this troll. You or the ogre. You definitely gonna hear the buddy. So if you just kind of want to roll him, because the kelpie by this time is just kind of sat in the farthest corner that he can, away from the blood, underneath the staircase. So if Kincaid would like to join in the combat, that's fine.
I have a 12.
He looks at the kelp. Does the kelpie have any cold iron weapons on him?
Nah, the kelpie is just in like a plain shirt and some pants with this very elaborate, nice looking necklace on. He looks scared out of his mind though. He's just kind of like in the corner, just kind of, he's doing that. Oh my god, that dude was just fucking murdered in front of me. He's kind of panicking right now, but it doesn't look like he's gonna go anywhere.
He starts working his hair tie down off of him on his way up.
Okay, wait, are you tying the dude up, or did I hear like hair tie?
I have a hair tie. Remember my hair tie?
Yeah, I remember the hair tie.
It will be in his hand when he comes up.
Okay.
He says, "If you leave, I'll find you and kill you." He looks at the dog. He goes, "You like ogre?"
Dog is yes. Of course, the dog doesn't say yes, but it's very clearly like, it's like,
Oh,
when
the
you
dog
tell
can
your
talk, Kim.
can it? Did
It
it?
talked in the first session, yeah.
I don't remember this fucking dog talking, bruh.
It did. It even gave Kincaid sass.
This game got me fucked up. So dog is just gonna be like, yes.
See,
Okay. Cool. Fuck.
I'll just go last.
Cool. The ogre's gonna get like a 20, and we're all gonna have sad days.
I mean, you're lucky the troll, or you're lucky the ogre doesn't have a very high wit score.
I'd be really scared if it did.
Yeah, no, I think we all would.
Hey guys,
It was like how fucking Asheron's ogre was meant to be like the fucking Einstein of ogres.
And he had intelligence 3.
Yep.
meet this ogre. It has six wits. What the fuck?
So where's the ogre going in the initiative?
Hold on, let me do this thing real fast. It is going. Actually, well, Kincaid, what's yours?
Let one.
Oh shit. Okay. Let me roll for the puppy.
Oh, balderdash. Okay.
Okay,
Is this
apparently
like-
my rolls are doing pretty fucking well today.
Kim, is it also armed with cold iron? Because I sense there's a really sad day in my future.
Oh no, all it has is a club.
Oh, thank Mother of God.
You got kind of lucky with that.
A little bit.
Oh, Craig. It's not 20. I mean, it's not much better than 20, but it's not 20.
Anyway,
Okay.
hit me with your weapon stick.
Well, funny enough, guys, the puppy is actually going first in initiative. Because I also rolled a 9. But the thing that differs this puppy from the ogre is the puppy has a high dex and wit score because it is a hunter. Whereas the ogre is just a brute.
But the puppy's also far away.
The puppy is fast.
Fast is the puppy.
Yes. So, Kincaid, y'all get there because y'all probably heard the ogre in the first place, and y'all, well, not like the first place, but as they were talking, and y'all were probably like, should probably go investigate because that's an ogre, and Tintadrill's got a big ass mouth. You know something gonna happen. So y'all get there right about the time his combat starts, so it's all good anyway.
In its defense, he hasn't shot him yet.
God, Tintadrill just shooting things.
In my defense, at least this time I was legitimately provoked.
So, Kincaid, since it is your puppy, if you want to roll,
Nope. It's NPC. You do it.
okay. So, y'all see this ogre. The ogre is very clearly about to attack you guys. And then all of a sudden, this puppy, this Kincaid's little puppy just jumps out and latches on to the ogre's arm. Now I gotta roll. So. Okay. Swear to God, if this dog one-shots this ogre, we're gonna have some problems. Okay. Oh, the dog bites down onto the ogre's arm, ripping a decent, not a very large chunk of skin out. And the ogre is like, "No, bad dog, bad doggy." And then it's still very upset at Tintagel because Tintagel is like, covered in the blood of his friend, and now the ogre is going to swing at Tintagel.
Hooray! My innards!
Just be happy it has a very low dex score.
That's been pretty though.
Felt like every troll ever. So, would you like to dodge?
Yes.
Okay. Roll Dex Athletics.
Well, fuck. One success.
You do not
I'm gonna
get
hit
out.
with the hammer.
Yeah, you're gonna get hit. It's not gonna be pleasant. We have 4, that brings it down to 3, which carries over to 2, so 2.
27 divided by 45.
Oh shit, Tintagel is not gonna have a fun day. I apologize for nothing. Okay. Go ahead, soak 8 bashing.
Oh, my innards! Kim, my innards!
It's bashing, so you can soak not only your armor, but your stamina, because Changeling is fucking weird. So you got that going for you.
God damn it. God damn innards. Okay. She places 6, yeah?
She played as 5 with a -1 dex penalty.
Oh, I keep forgetting the -1 dex penalty. I need to build better sheep tonight.
You better need to remember the dex penalty.
Yes, I'll remember it now. Wow, 3. Okay, so I take 5 bashing. Ow! Innards!
Yeah, no, they just swing the club around, catching you right in the torso, and yeah, Tintagel ain't having a pleasant day.
I'm going to assume with the strength of that blow, I also impact a wall at high velocities.
Probably so. You did
What's
say
that ceiling?
Well, you did say you were leaning up against the wall, so I'm assuming the troll just kind of took a few steps forward. You stood up, took like a step forward. Combat ensued, and so you just got thrown back into the wall.
Innards!
Makes you feel any better? You did shift a little to the side because you did try to dodge, but you did also use your turn to dodge.
Yes.
So that brings it up to the knocker.
All right. Well, he just opened himself up to a shot. He's point blank. Actually, would I actually have his back because he would have had to move past me to get to Tangel?
I was assuming you were standing like at the door.
Yeah, doesn't he have to leave the door to get to Tangel?
No, when Tintagel said that he was leaning up against the wall, I thought he walked into the room and was like leaning up against one of the.
All right, that's fine.
Oh no.
I have him point blank at least, right? So that's an extra. Is that an extra dice or an extra damage?
Point blank doesn't really say in here, but you know, wow, you know what? It would be really nice if you could fucking put. Hold on.
Hang on, Marcus. What is the correct rule here? Because you're like the rules guy.
That's not a thing.
Point
I
blank.
didn't think it was.
I thought it was.
Being
Yeah.
being behind somebody's a thing. But it's like a
Is a thing.
Okay. The only thing that happens is the difficulty for ranged weapons will go down if you're
Okay.
point blank. So it will be difficulty 4.
Okay.
Page 288.
That sucks. Still enough for 1 success. So 3 lethal.
Okay, and since this is chimerical damage, you can actually soak this. Fun fact. You soak one of it, so they get shot with a crossbow bolt, and they're just like, that hurt.
So did the club.
You killed my friend.
I didn't kill your friend. He'll point at Kincaid as he enters the room. He killed your bloody friend.
Hi.
And it is now Kincaid's turn.
Okay, he can go ahead and make his willpower roll or difficulty stamina roll at difficulty 9 and spend a willpower point.
Wait, what?
So I'm going to say 200 and I think 20. Here we go.
No, like, what are you trying to do? I couldn't really hear you.
Oh, Wonder 5. Don't freeze him.
Okay. Y'all are just freezing bitches. Damn.
I got Wonder 5. That's what it's for.
Yeah,
It's how I make hot. It's how I make hot pockets.
And Hot Pocket's meant to be hot.
You microwave them. Pretty cool.
Oh. Well, yes, then isn't there something like if the cheese isn't molten hot, you've done it wrong or something like that?
If the cheese is molten hot, you need a new microwave. Yeah, Winter. Page 232. Do I have it? I have enough Fey. I got a Fey of 2. Is that enough to affect this guy?
I think. Hold on, let me look it up because I'm pretty sure. Okay, it's actually Fae 4 for Helene.
Okay, so I'll spend 3 points of glamour because this is weird.
Yeah. Well, no, you're in the dreaming, so it's all good.
All right, so cool. I spend the 2
Just
points
2.
of glamour, 2
Yep.
points of glamour, and roll.
Yep.
7 dice. At diff 7 because we're in the dreaming.
Yep. And then I gotta spend a point of willpower for this dude and a successful stamina roll to see if he gets out. Something tells me he's not gonna make the stamina roll.
He might. He probably will.
I don't know.
Free.
Damn. Okay, let's see if this dude can do it. Nope, he does not. He is now encased in a block of ice for a week.
Tintagela's going to kind of stagger to his feet, look at his breastplate, which is probably fucked. You're like,
Yeah,
oh.
there's a dent in that.
Mm-hmm. He kind of brushes himself and he's going to nod to Kincaid and thanks. Honestly, giant hammers. Ah.
You guys might want to get out of the room. This is all cold iron.
I am aware of what it is, Squire Littlechild. Ah, very well. Kim, is there anything else in the room?
There's that chest that the ogre was sitting on.
He's going to walk over and look down at the chest. Before I open it, let's make a kenning roll to make sure I'm not going to blow up. I've learned my lessons from life. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, as he's
Two
rolling
successes.
that. Okay. Just for a little funny effect, Kincaid, your dog is licking the ice cube.
Good dog.
Okay, with 2 successes for a kenning roll, there is something magical inside of the box.
I just had my. Is this box locked?
Yes.
Chimerical lock, meet chimerical gun.
Oh shit.
Bang! Because you can just shoot locks off.
Yep, but I'm gonna be that bitch. You want to roll for that?
I hate you.
And you are at a really wicked dice penalty.
I'm gonna spend a willpower to ignore the wound penalties because he's pissed.
Okay. And it is point blank, so it's just difficulty 4.
Oh shit, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. So that means 5 carryover. The standard damage was pissed. What's a revolver again? Because his guns are revolvers, and I think is it still 6 or is it somewhat higher?
6.
Okay, cool. In that case, it's gonna be 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Bang!
Yep. The lock will be shut off.
He's gonna He's gonna put his boot to the chest and kind of lift it with his foot, just to like smack it into the wall. Because once again, I just took a hammer to the chest. I literally experienced the phrase "stop hammer time" in real time.
But it wasn't a hammer; it was a club.
Well then, I experienced the worst club sandwich of all time. Myself, the wall, and the hammer. Myself, my wall, and the club. Happy?
You did kind of get fucked up. At least it was lethal damage, though. Or bashing.
Bashing.
If it was lethal, it would have been so much worse. You're lucky you didn't have a sword.
So what's in the box, Kim? We'll bring over the little sun so we can have a look into it.
Inside of the box is a wrapped item.
Oh, for God's sake! He's gonna unwrap the motherfucking thing.
I'm very tempted to say there's some more fucking bubble wrap.
So you should totally make a roll for unwrapping it.
Nah.
Don't you do it.
Wait. Is there a lock on the wrapping?
No, there's not a lock on the wrapping.
Legit. What do we see when we open we unwrap it?
When you open it up, there is actually a small kind of velvet cloth covering it, and when you move that back, inside is a small hairpin.
He's going to take out an optic from his little kit that he carries with him, his little crafter's toolkit, to have a look at it, like really close up, with using the sun for light.
Zeke will move the sun closer and, take the opportunity to check it out himself. Not with an optic or anything, but, as close as he can get while helping.
When I say an optic, you know those things people use when they're looking at like gems close up?
Yep. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm moving it to moving the sun to give you optimal looking power while, without an optic, checking it out himself.
Hey, Kim.
Yes.
Because Marcus is a terrible person and thinks, well, I'm guessing. I'm going to spend a point into the badge and see if I can communicate with Kelvin through it.
You spend that point of glamour.
I do. I spend a point of glamour.
You spend that point of glamour. And you hear on the other side, Huh. I am surprised you figured this out.
So, do you want the stuff?
No. If you give me the location, I will send those I trust to go over there and get it. All I really care about is the cold iron weapons.
The woman's alive.
And we're taking her with us.
And that does not bother me.
Oh, he can hear me. Excellent.
You just leave the badge.
Yes.
All right. Totally nonchalant.
See, by the way, what should I roll for the pin
For what?
to identify it? Hashtag Dougal. Right.
Yeah, 2 Dougals here.
Yep, it's just Greymare.
Okay. Are we
Intelligence?
taking Braver's back?
Is that intelligence, Greymare? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ain't got shit on can.
I really need to take a Greymare's back when I get my fourth dot of it in like magical weapons or so, or magical items. Because it makes sense for habit. I'm going to spend another willpower point. Popping them like candy today.
Must be nice. I can't do that.
Yeah, but you get something nice in return.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes with the willpower spent.
Okay.
No, just a straight fail for me.
Okay. With the 3 successes, you kind of...
5 successes.
Okay, close enough. 5 successes. That was close. Whatever. You look at the hairpin.
You bark at me. The fuck?
No, I said rah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't love you. Continue.
Nope. So, you look at the hairpin and you notice there's an inkwell along with this hairpin, which is ever so slightly odd. But that's okay, because this is Changeling. This is the dreaming. If this was lost, y'all would be all over the fucking place if this was lost.
Jim, is this why a raven is like a writing desk?
I love that game.
So, you kind of look at it and you're thinking for, a moment. You're just kind of like, and then you sprinkle some Greymare on top of that shit. You're like, this is a mildly powerful treasure. Combined that with the inkwell, and you put 2 plus 2 together, and you're like, oh, it's a treasure with some contracts on it.
Interesting. He's going to stand up and he's going to give it to Zeke to kind of put into. No, he'll put it into his own bag because he has something for Zeke. He's going to say, "Squire, little child, you're capable of handling these items, aren't you?"
Yes.
You see. He'll look at Kincaid and say, "I don't guess Keldnoth will care if we take a single one as evidence."
But if you want to talk to him and ask him, you can.
Why not? Sure.
He tosses him the badge.
I will spend the requisite point of glamour, Kim. And he'll say, "Lord Keldnoth, I don't suppose you'll care if we take a single example of this cold iron weaponry with us."
That depends. Is my seal upon it?
He'll walk over and look at a random sword. Is his seal upon it?
Actually, yeah.
Is his seal on all of them?
Yes. It's very small, kind of tiny, on the hilt of all of the weapons, but you see this tiny little manticore.
He'll say, yes. However, when I present the weapons as evidence, it won't have your seal.
Swear it upon the dreaming.
I swear it once, I swear it twice, and by the dreaming I swear it thrice.
You may take one.
Agreeable. He will toss the badge back to Kincaid. Toss.
Catch it.
He'll just look at Zeke and he'll just say, take something, I don't really care what. I don't want to touch it.
He will reach into his bag and put on some gloves, just because he can work with it and doesn't bother him that much. Doesn't mean he likes to touch this stuff.
Oh yeah, you still get finality from it.
Thought I carried immunity with it.
Does it say that?
I believe it does.
I'll have to check over it later.
Yeah. And he'll choose something that's he chooses something that's somewhat large. So something that's an obvious example that they weren't just tinkering with it. It was something that they went out of their way to make a big statement with.
There's a great sword.
Perfect.
Okay.
He's going to go. Are there in anywhere in this house have we seen curtains?
No.
Have we seen any fabric, like anything on chairs, anything on tables, tablecloth, anything like that?
There was a tablecloth on Hattori's desk.
We will return to where Hattori is. We will grab the whatchamacallit, we will grab the tablecloth and we're going to wrap the sword in it. Mostly because we're going to be dragging that back through the dreaming and through the changeling market and shit, and we don't really need that in, our lives and such, do we?
No.
Is she still nice and unconscious?
Yes.
He goes, you want another layer of protection? Oh, that's right. I can't do it on that. Anyway, moving on.
Little shrug, and he's going to cut Hattori loose, or rather, because she's tied to both the chair. She's tied to the chair as well, isn't she?
Yeah.
So he's going to basically take a handful of her hair, and he's going to cut her loose.
Okay.
And he's going to basically fireman's lift her over his shoulder. Well, is it fireman's lift where you throw them over your shoulder?
Yeah, fireman's carry.
Yeah, over his shoulder.
Now I will say you tied her to the chair. That was it.
Yes.
Okay. Which means she ain't tied up anymore when you untie her from the chair.
This is fair. I can create some chimerical handcuffs and leg braces. I should probably do that. I'll create chimerical leg braces in one moment. La la la. La 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 la.
What are you trying to do?
I beg your pardon?
What are you doing?
I'm keeping her confined.
She'll break.
Oh wait.
She'll break her legs.
Can't you just freeze them?
Freeze what?
Her.
I could.
Question: when you freeze them, does it actually put them in a block of ice, or does it just freeze them solid?
It freezes them solid.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't actually increase her. Would it increase her body weight for us to carry?
This is not that game. No, it doesn't. No. No.
I don't fucking know.
No. I mean, like, unless Kim decides to be that bitch, yes.
Should I be that bitch?
I don't know.
I'm very tempted, but no. It'll be fun. It's pretty much, think of it like muscles and whatnot are just kind of frozen.
Would you mind, please? He will. He'll even reach his hand into his. He'll even reach his hand into his purse or into his pouch, and he's going to take out like 5 dross and give it to Kincaid, just in case he needs it.
And as a bonk, he will lick the frost of the ogre.
Oh, okay.
That's Bunky, ain't it?
Yeah, that's definitely Bunky. Which is kind of funny because we actually have a city, or I call it a city, but it's actually like a village around here that's named Bunky. It's a shithole.
How many cousins I got?
Everything he loves.
Oh God, dude, you got cousins in Bunky?
No, I got a cousin named Bunky.
Oh, I thought you said like you had a cousin in Bunky. I'm about to be like, who they is? I might know them.
Oh, man, I hope you didn't. Anyway, oh.
Yeah. Licking the frost will get you a -2. Because it's mildly like.
How many licks does it get to take to get to the center of the ogre pop?
You don't want to
It
find.
started off at 7, and now down to 5. Correct?
Yes.
She's that way for a scene.
Okay, which means she'll unfreeze as soon as you guys leave the Thalane market.
It's okay. I'll wrap her up in my hair thing, too.
Okay. Yeah, that'll definitely do it then.
All right. So Tintagel will lift her over his shoulder. Actually, Kim, question. If we kill her in a chimerical way, how long would it take for her to return to her body? Because there is method to my madness here.
It depends upon, I believe, their banality, because there's a whole freaking chart for it.
We're good, Evan. Let's not gild the lily.
Well, no, because he actually wants to try and free the Kelpie.
Oh.
So he can go down and take the Kelpie.
Didn't you just cut the binding with the cold iron blade?
Can I just... Oh, yeah, that might do it.
That would do it.
Throwing that out there.
Because cold iron, kind of nullifies like literally all those effects.
Throwing it out there.
All right. So, yeah, give me a second.
Can't believe you're just going to cut it off just to capture the Kelpie again.
Well, it's also because God knows I don't want to walk out of here. This is like that other time somebody sold someone into slavery for a horse. Huh.
He looks at the dog and he goes, "See that guy? See that guy?
Yeah.
He's not our friend."
I know, he smells like a bitch.
Oh, damn it. Oh. Why? Okay, fine. Fine. Okay.
I wasn't pointing at you. I was pointing at the Kelpie. Can we trust the Kelpie?
That's entirely valid.
Almost like they kind of drag their victims into the water and drown them.
So, Kim, how would I... Basically, if I put my own necklace on the Kelpie, will that be enough to bind it?
Yes.
Why are we binding the Kelpie?
Mostly because I want to ride out of here.
Then summon Rapidash. We ain't got time for this.
You know what? Fuck it. He actually feels sorry for the Kelpie. So he's going to walk down. He is going to gesture for Zeke to cut the. He's going to look at the Kelpie. He's going to say, "We're not going to kill you. Please do not overreact. As a matter of fact, we're going to free you. Would you like freedom?"
So yeah, dumbass.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Squire Little Child, cut the damn thing off.
He will.
When you get close, they'll kind of wince. but when it's done, they'll kind of sigh very happily and kind of like shake. You know, when you just kind of like do this really heavy physical activity and you just kind of like stretch and roll your shoulders and shit like that.
Yes.
And that's pretty much what they do.
At the point when he does that, because I'm still in like cop mode, as soon as his necklace is gone, Kincaid grabs him by the throat and looks at him and he says, "If I find out any bodies are drowned or even wet or even look like they've been near a pool, fine."
He'll look at Kincaid and he'll nod.
And if you want a job, here's the address.
On the side note, so yeah, Tintag is just going to leave with the woman over his shoulder as they have this conversation.
No, a job. Like this dude is like a Kelpie. I mean, they're like they're mounts and they're horrible monster people who throw hands. You never know when you need a guy like that.
Yeah, no, I was talking more about the whole like carrying a chick out, over his shoulder. But yeah, no, he'll take it and he'll just kind of nod and he'll say, "Okay."
Pay pretty good, make a pretty nice spread. And you want to be good friends with the Corby. It's never a bad idea.
Okay.
Other than that, you can fight.
Not particularly, but I'm strong because I, drown my victims.
Yeah, your advice. That's good. Just talk to the man and get your meeting killed now if you want to.
You can. What? You can get a meeting with Keltanoth.
Just in the badge.
Just kind of blinks and is like, "Damn. How did he give you that?"
Well, mutually beneficial situation.
But you're a
Yeah.
Thane.
Yeah. She gets weird sometimes in the goblin market, doesn't it?
Yes.
You know what's going on right now, right?
Kind of.
Okay. Goblin market won't be spared.
If they find it.
They know where it is. So I hope you and your friends are ready.
Kind of nods.
Spread the word.
Okay.
No, seriously, because if you don't, I'm going to come back and beat the shit out of you, okay?
Is there a reason why you're doing this?
This one I'm doing what?
All of this. I've really had a tiring day. I'm just like, I'm so emotionally drained right now.
Oh. All right, I'll leave you alone. Bye. He totally just walks off.
Kelpie just kind of falls to the floor and just passes out because he's had such a horrible day.
Kim, do you have it in you for a short meeting with his dookiness?
Yeah.
Also, I want to play with Philip.
Of course you want to fucking play with. I can't fucking stand you.
I like Philip.
I do too, and it's been a while since I've played Philip.
Do you have a picture for him yet?
No, because it's really hard to find like a corgi.
All right.
You want to,
When she eventually unfreezes, he's just going to gag her.
Okay. She doesn't say anything. She's just chilling there.
All right. So as they're making their way through probably through the dreaming proper or through the changeling market or whatever else have you, he's going to say, I intend to take her to the Duke. She has to answer for her crimes.
What crimes?
Selling cold iron weapons to the enemy.
You got proof she did that, or you just got proof she got a bunch of cold iron weapon?
He'll shrug. In all honesty, it won't really make much of a difference. It will be a morale boost if they think that one of the perpetrators has been caught. Justice is for others. Sorry, justice is for others to mete out, rather. They'll make their own decisions and they'll interrogate her in whatever way they see. Actually, no. He'll say this is the walking through the thaw lane marker because she's still frozen and he doesn't want to say this in front of her. They'll get whatever truth there is out of her, and I don't particularly want to be involved in that. But my point is, because I know you like to hide out of the limelight, so I was going to say, how much credit do you want to take? I'm happy to give you what you feel is yours.
I didn't do nothing.
Is that the official line you want to take?
You can have this one.
I don't want to take credit for your actions. Without you, I'd probably be dead.
I didn't do nothing.
And one way or the other, as it would be dishonorable for me to not, I will say you aided me in this, if nothing else.
Works for me.
He'll say,
1 second, Kim. He didn't leave the badge. He still got it.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Nah. Oh, got the badge.
as they walk, he'll say, "May I ask you something, Kincaid?
Sure.
You honestly care about the people, don't you?"
Picked up on that, did you?
I did. I don't like this war, but this war is being fought for a good reason. I know you don't like what I represent and possibly don't like me, and that's entirely fine. We walk a different path. The dreaming has decided the path we all must walk. However, know that I do care about the people. They are mine to protect. That's the she logic anyway.
Okay.
Mm. Other than that, he'll just walk on unless Kincaid wants to say anything.
He says, "No, why I kept the badge."
Because you want to crank call Keldon off at 5 in the morning?
Other than that,
No. Why did you keep it?
I'm looking for something.
What is it you're looking for?
Fear.
Fear. Well, that's an interesting concept. It's much easier for certain people to find than others.
I'm working on it.
Hmm. On a side note, fucking Ian, work with iron has changed in C20. That's not the right write-up anymore. It's in C20 under the merits control.
Last I saw, no, it wasn't. But I'll double check. I've got that book handy.
So, yeah, no, Kim, we's going to go to the Duke's house.
So, y'all show up again, much to the chagrin of the guards and pretty much everybody else, because they know you by like faces now.
Can I get whatever to make me a leash?
A leash for who?
The dog.
Do you want me to make it a collar?
Whatever will just look at you and just be like, whatever. and will kind of, wiggle off somewhere. And oh, honey, what is going on with my computer? Why do I have a blank screen? Okay, that was a close one. That was very scary.
Did you almost blue screen of death?
Bruh, I don't even know. Like, everything was working, and then it suddenly was like blank. And then, like, my fucking monitor shut off, and I was like, oh! But, anyway. She will come back shortly after with a small little leash for the dog.
This means you get to name him, doesn't it?
Rolls eyes. Whatever.
You're gonna wear the damn leash, okay? Deal with it.
I'm not happy with this.
T-boning it for you later.
Fine. And then whatever looks dead at Kincaid and goes, they will nod, and then they will say, fine.
They both nod. They both want to keep T-bone. You can't even eat real food.
She'll shake her head. She will lift up an arm, point at the dog, and go, fine.
The dog's name is Fine.
Whatever.
This is bullshit. Here's a question though, Kim. Does this thing show up in the real world too, or is it like what is it?
Yes, it will. It will show up in the real world as a.
Are you serious?
Yes, but like you guys, it has a mane. It will show up in. I'm very tempted to say it looks like a chihuahua because those things are fucking vicious. No, but instead it shows up as a Labrador.
Oh, Labrador. What color Labrador?
That's a good question. Actually, I take it back. They look like a border collie.
Oh. I like border collies.
But yeah, they look like a border collie. But yeah, so whatever has taken her spot back on Kincaid's head, just kind of chilling there like an oversized hat, which is really bad because they're about the size of a pit bull by now.
The hell is that?
Whatever.
Whatever will nod solemnly and go, whatever.
Does he draw his gun? Is it a giant spider, Kim?
Technically.
No, he's seen enough spiders. He's like, ah.
You just you're dry. You get pretty good.
But yes, so we will enter the Duke's freehold, Kim.
So the Duke's standing there.
No, Philip?
Well, so y'all walk in. The guards don't even fuck with you guys no more. They're just kind of like, go on, and we're done with you. Because it's above their pay grade. It's so much above their pay grade.
Oh, if any of the guards don't bow, they're still going to get it chewing out by me.
The guards, they're too fucking tired at this point. They'll do the whole bowing and shit, but they're not even gonna ask like, what you doing here, what you need. They're just like, just go in. So y'all of course walk through the courtyard and y'all doing y'all's little thing. And then of course there is Philip.
I'm ready to dodge any attack Minuet might throw at me. That is all.
Minuet don't like you like that.
She likes people she attacks. Okay.
Yeah, she attacks Karina. She attacks Kincaid in a different way.
That mouth, though.
Them legs, though.
Oh, we don't talk about them legs. I don't want to get too. I don't want to get too down. I'm gonna go too far.
But yes, Squire Philip.
Yeah. He'll actually, like, walk in, and Minuet's, like, chilling on a desk talking to Philip. Philip's just kind of like, hop, 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 and his mouth is just going 55 miles an hour, just going at it. When he sees you guys, he'll kind of stop, and his little ears will go as they kind of perk up even more, like they already were, but somehow they become even more pointy. And he goes, it's so great to see you guys again. Hey, what's up? Whoa, what? No. What is that? They're pointing somehow at both the spider, the passed out chick, and the dog. You don't know how, but they're pointing at all three.
That's whatever. She's a diplomat. She got paperwork.
He's going to calmly walk up with the woman still slung over his shoulder and give him scritches.
What? No. What? Why is she? What? He will pass out.
Oh. He'll look at Minuet. He'll look down at Philip. He'll look at Minuet. He'll look down at Philip. He will shrug. He's just going to V-line for the Duke's office.
Zeke will follow.
Kincaid will stop for a moment.
As Kincaid passes by, Minuet will reach up and she'll give whatever a scritch.
He bites me with poison every time I do that. Why didn't she bite you?
Oh, because she likes me, and I know her grandmother.
You know me.
Yes, and I also know you.
You don't call.
Sorry, I couldn't hear that.
You don't call.
You're right. I prefer to text or just show up in your bedroom uninvited.
Works for me.
Mm-hmm. Have a good one.
Oh. Minuet.
Yeah.
You're super smart in that area. What is this?
What is what?
This dog here. What is it?
A dog.
Thanks.
They will. She'll chuckle and she'll go. Hold on, as I look up a name for this dog, as I was not expecting to. It's been a while. I probably had a name for the dog, but I completely forgot.
Name is fine.
Oh,
yeah,
by
I was
the way,
going to say, is it fine?
before we got here, he's going to have asked Zeke to just make sure that there was no real sign of the crest of Kaltanov, like pour metal over it or make sure, smooth it out so that, or just take it off in some manner or another.
Crafts roll?
More than likely. Because I can't craft the bloody stuff.
Hey, Kim.
Yes.
I hope you understand the direction that I'm going with this badge here.
I'm disappointed you're not using it to just crank cold pelts off at 5 in the morning.
Ever so slightly. Like, Minuet has definitely taken notice.
Yeah, I've got 6 successes to cover up that, to get rid of that sigil and make it look good.
Okay. You basically take out some sandpaper. Of course, you usually use a grinder, but you got 6 successes, so you take out some fucking sandpaper and you just. Actually, no, you take out a file and you just.
And it was so decorative, it is now a penguin. Who is the penguin crest? We don't know.
Goes through like 4 different crests. Nah. Who don't I like today? Nah. No, it's just like it just looks made to look perfectly plain. No crest.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and you remove it. Minuet will look down at the puppy. She'll reach down, kind of scratch behind his ears, and he'll go, or she'll say, "This is a Nave."
A what?
A Nave.
You gonna get bigger?
Yes.
How much bigger?
Yes.
You didn't tell me you were a Nave.
The dog will just kind of sit and will do its best impression of a rug. Oh, I still have a little line of Batiki.
What's tiki?
Tiki is a condition where it's usually during like when you do a venipuncture, or in my case, if you just have really sensitive skin and you have a blood pressure cuff put on, what happens is blood will kind of be forced out of the veins and it will kind of pool at your skin, so it'll look like a whole bunch of little red dots. Fortunately, in my case, because apparently I have sensitive skin, when they pump up the blood pressure cuff, where the creases are in the blood pressure cuffs, I'll get little petiki lines. So I have like little red dotted lines, like the size of a blood pressure cuff on my arm. But I got this done yeah, it's actually kind of cool. I learned yesterday in class.
Claes.
But the dog will just kind of shrug and say, I mean, I didn't know. I was never told.
Alright, so you're gonna hang out with me for a while. Okay?
Okay. Fine.
Don't bite me.
Fine.
Yeah. Go to see the Duke.
Yep. Minuet will kind of call after you guys and just say, "Oh, I suppose you guys should know by now. Philip has a problem when just unconscious or dead people or just anyone injured walks in. Food for thought next time."
He'll casually say over his shoulder, "He'll make an excellent knight."
I suppose with enough training.
But yes, to the office.
Yep. The Duke is in there. He's not behind any mountains of paperwork anymore. In fact, he's got most of the paperwork done, at least for the moment. Instead, he's got his hands clasped behind his back, and he's staring out a window out into the courtyard where there are, of course, a lot of people training currently. As you guys walk in, he'll turn around, look all of you over, kind of give more side eye to Kincaid, considering he just walked in with this big ass, dog, and there's a spider just chilling on his head like a hat.
And the badge. There's that.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. I don't know how he's gonna react to that.
Did you do that one thing that the Keldanoff told you not to do?
He did.
Oh dear.
So, man. Okay, here we go. So the Duke will look at Kincaid, and he will say very calmly, "It is best now that you explain why you have that proudly displayed."
Oh, I didn't know it was probably, it was just where I put it. Your Grace.
Is there a couch where I can deposit the person who's over my shoulder?
Yes.
He will put them down. He'll kind of flex his shoulder because God knows they've left there a while.
Mission to speak not freely, but without floweriness, sir.
I already told you to explain, and I have dealt with redcaps before. Speak.
Okay, so Goblin Market. It's a problem. place can be infiltrated. Place the weak spot in our armor. Figuring should have somebody down there just in case some shit breaks off. And if he's the guy running shit down there, he's the guy throwing out badges and shit. So all I'm saying, I'll do the job. Shit work, but I'll do it.
The Thalain, for the moment, have kept their head down, and with this war on Ulster, the last thing we want is to go poking at the Thalain in the case that they rear their head, upset at that poking, and then decide to attack us. As we are already being not only literally plagued by a typhoid, but being attacked at our northernmost border by Ulster.
I have brought you a great gift in that case, Your Grace. Allow me to introduce...
He will lift up a finger. It's kind of interrupting you. He will say, I am still talking with the red cap.
As you wish.
You will then make that gesture of, like, go on and speak to the red cap.
Alright. They get that. But the thing is, there's a lot of ways to get through places like that. If there's no eyes down there that are definitely loyal to you or anybody else or whatever, then someone's got to be down there busting heads and making sure shit goes good. I'll do the job.
I'll just kind of sigh and say, and who exactly did you get that badge from?
What do you think?
You will just kind of sigh again and nod. And he'll go, fine. You may do this, but you are to rendezvous and speak with the spy master, Aurelius Mordrake, where he deals with all that type of things, and he will give you more instructions if you are to be the eyes and ears in the goblin market.
Thank you, respect, sir. I just want to help.
And I understand this. And do not get me wrong, I appreciate your help. That falls under the purview of the spy master. So it is best to speak with him so you can have an expert's touch, shall we say, on something like that.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding what I'm doing.
But take that off of your chest. It is not something that needs to be displayed around here.
Yes.
He'll just kind of incline his head. And then he will look back to Tintagel. He looks very tired.
Tintagel's currently filing his nails with a nail file.
Oh, it is fucking... He will just look at Tintagel and then clear his throat.
Ah, Your Grace. I've brought a mighty gift, and possibly the changing of our fortunes in this war.
Is this so?
It is.
Hmm.
With the aid of Kincaid and Squire Littlechild, I have apprehended this individual. She'll walk over and kind of, denote the, what are they called again?
Boggy.
Boggy. And what's the name? Something Moonblade.
Hattori.
Allow me to introduce you to Hattori Moonblade. From what I'm led to understand, she was one of the key providers of cold iron weapons to Ulster. When she was apprehended, she had I was in the room, Kim. Are we talking dozens, hundreds, tens?
A lot. Like it was a pretty good sized room, and there were just racks upon racks of cold
So-
iron weaponry.
Like
It would
the
be-
collection walls?
Hmm?
That's gone. Sorry.
No, like I didn't hear what you said.
When he'll gesture for Zeke to put down the bundle on the probably on the floor.
He will, and he'll unwrap it.
Hundreds like this.
The Duke will snap his fingers, and a guard will walk in. He will motion to the cold iron weapon, and the guard will nod and walk over. Looks very, like, freaked out, but he's doing his best to keep his, like, face neutral as he wraps up the blade once again and then carries it out.
Mm-hmm. I have brought her here in order to face justice for her crimes, in order so that her suppliers may be ascertained. But if her importance was as great as we suspect, we may have dealt Ulster a death blow in terms of its ability to provide its arms in cold iron that strike us down so mercilessly.
And you found her in the goblin market.
Correct. We apprehended her in the goblin market, would be more correct to say.
And how did you learn of her in the first place?
It would seem as though your assessment is indeed correct, as it pertains the Tharlane and their unique positioning in this conflict. Keldanoth, their leader, is, as I'm sure Aurelius Mordrake has informed you, the sister of the Queen of Ulster. Or the brother of the Queen of Ulster.
He nods.
Well, ever since there have been ripples and rumors as it pertains certain individuals within the Tharlane society, I believe Keldanoth fears that his control over his Tharlane is not as iron tight as he believes it to be. So we apprehended her at his request. However, if she is indeed as vital a link to Ulster as we believe, I am happy to have followed his request, so as more of us will not meet a similar gruesome fate.
He will nod his head and then look over to the Boggy, who is chilling on the couch. They're looking a lot worse for wear because it took about, it took a little bit for you guys to get there. And so it's about 2-3 bashing that they've already taken from being bound for so long.
Is
So
it
they're not-
unsociable bashing that they take?
Yes, like if they're not released, they will die.
Okay.
Like it's not good. Boggies get fucked when they get captured. Like that's pretty much a death sentence if they get captured. So he'll kind of look at her. She just kind of looks back because y'all still have. You said you put her in a gag and everything, so she's just kind of sitting there like, "Yeah, what up?" And then he'll look back, kind of nod. As always, we thank you for your dutiful work, all three of you.
You like bow to this guy, right? Bowing good.
Yep, bowing's always pretty good for a duke.
I was going to say, Tintagel would have bowed.
Yes, equal bow.
and kind of nod at all of you.
Thank you, Your Grace. As I said, I am merely serving my new liege lord and new kingdom dutifully, as is the pretension of any she.
Of course. And what of these cold iron weapons?
I believe they will more than likely be destroyed. As I said, there were hundreds of them. It would have been unfeasible for us to attempt to bring so many. We brought the example in order to show you the capabilities that this woman, you'll say, denoting her, was providing. No doubt your own staff will be able to ascertain where it was she acquired such items.
He nods his head. We should be able to.
Indeed, this is a time of war.
Of course.
And also, Keldanoth wished her captured, so I do not anticipate there being any rumbling from their side of the field, as it were.
Good. Good. It looks like he's kind of thinking for a moment. Then he will nod and he will snap his fingers twice. 2 more guards kind of walk in. They will pick up the Boggy by, either arm and kind of carry her out. She walks out with dignity, as much as one can when one's, receiving bashing damage every hour. And then he'll look back over and he'll say, "It seems you had quite the encounter, Count."
Is he denoting the cracked up breastplate?
Yes.
Ah, yes. This is what happens when Torso comes into contact with Ogre.
Indeed. Of course, as always, my smiths can repair the dent if needed, and any damage that has been dealt to you can be seen to by the healers here.
He'll say, I thank your grace. I will forge my own, or repair my own armor. That is not an issue. However, once again, I believe it is important, if you will allow me to take leave, that the heralds be informed of this victory. It will be a great boost to the morale of the men at the front.
Of course.
He says not at all, because it's going to aggrandize him more, and he wants that more of that sweet, sweet influence.
Yep.
He will bow to the Duke once again, very politely, and he will say, as to the matter of the typhoid, I have assembled several of the components I require in order to try and create a more permanent curative. I believe it may be effective in the reversing of the corruption of the balefires, etc. However, until we have acquired 2, we will acquire the 3rd on the full moon. That is a certainty. And then only 3 will remain. How is the city faring?
Okay. Well, first of all, you don't know that the Bellfire was corrupted. I think that was just me, OOC, speaking, because I don't think anyone actually rolled to figure it out.
I thought it was knowledge that they did corrupt balefires.
That they can corrupt Bellfires, but they don't know that one has been corrupted here.
Okay, in that case, change his statement to be, it should, if it has been.
Okay, yeah. You will nod and he'll say, that might work for the victims, but there's no curing a Dantean other than death.
He will say, impossibility is an interesting word. I've often found that the impossible is possible. It's just a matter of coursing it the right way.
There are only some things that the Dantanes, unfortunately, are just a mistake of the dreaming. And the dreaming's mistakes are rarely undone other than through cold iron.
Well, if nothing else, what I've created will aid those poor unfortunate souls who themselves have been affected.
Does Kincaid actually do that? Please tell me Kincaid actually does that, I see. Hmm?
Under his breath, yes.
Yes. So the Duke will just kind of look over towards Kincaid for a moment, like a really curious look on his face. Then we'll just kind of shrug and we'll say, "You all are dismissed. Thank you once more for your help, and if there's anything that you need from my freeholds, feel free to take it. Hot meal, a bed, a visit to our healers, anything of the sort."
You got a jail free card?
Not exactly.
Damn. I had to ask this.
Speaking of get out of jail free cards, Mr. Duncern,
Yeah. Great.
how would you feel about becoming Squire Duncern?
Tad's head is going to go.
I want to live, so I don't want to answer that. So
You will live no matter your answer, Mr. Duncern.
I've seen what happens when commoners get titled. I had long conversations with to the count here about what happens when us commoners become a noble. Not worth it, sir. Just respect me and let me help, sir. That's all I ask.
But I certainly do respect you, Mr. Duncern.
I'll do the same. Slap on the towel and your change back on my right cap.
Mr. Duncern's heart is as noble as any knight. He simply wishes to serve in his own way. There is nobility in that statement.
To be honest, I'm made out of fear, and that scares me more than anything.
He nods. And goes, "That is understandable. You are all dismissed."
Tad will bow his way out.
Sequel will move towards at the exit bow as well.
As he leaves, he goes, count.
Yes, Kincaid.
Changed it. I didn't spit in that guy's face. I wasn't trying to.
What was that? Sorry, what was that? Max didn't quite hear.
Yes, I wasn't trying to spit in that guy's face.
The Dukes.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful.
You weren't. As a matter of fact, I think he knows that you serve the cause better where you are, but he would have lost face for your great services if he had not offered.
But I didn't do nothing. I was doing right.
Yes. As they walk down the corridor, he has his hands clasped behind his back. He's probably walking with a slight limp because, hashtag I just got my breastplate caved in.
He hit me in my city.
My innards!
Yeah, no, you still hurting pretty bad, dude, because that's still 5 bashing.
Yeah, he's gonna have bruises tonight. Anyway, nah, I'm gonna go home, have my gas heal them. It'll be good. But no, he'll say, "What you call nothing to other people is everything. Noble deeds are what stories are made of. You may be right that you're made of fear. That's fair. However, many of us are made of noble ideals, the dreams of great knights and chivalric princes. So you've done enough things at this point to at least merit the offering of what it is he can offer. And were he not to, well, that would be a failing in and of itself."
Okay.
And I meant what I said, that you have a heart as noble as any knight. You just exercise your nobility slightly differently.
Out of character, you don't want to know what his legacy is.
Is it Paladin? How about? Oh, come on! Now I have to know, Marcus. What is it?
Yeah, it's Paladin.
Nice.
Paladin Beast.
Nice. Mine is Craft or Peacock.
Big surprise there.
He'll say, as he walks towards the door with Zeke, very obviously limping, he'll say, "Today, if nothing else, even if it turns out, as I said, that girl has all the importance of a wet sponge. If we tell the troops a great victory was won, well, that might mean another week, that might mean another month. And in the end, we're all still fighting."
Does that mean we're getting into it now?
He'll sigh and he'll say, "Honestly, I would be at the front now were it not for this typhus situation. That needs to be dealt with before we can devote ourselves to the actual liberation of Ulster and the righting of the wrongs written there by House Baelor."
May I make a suggestion?
Oh.
Release me in your forges, because you already know your forges aren't enough for what you're planning on making, to start arming, start coming up with new and better arms for the front.
We will speak on that later. I'm tired now. And it feels as though my lungs are filling with something, so I should probably get that seen to.
Yeah, you probably should see Crib about that.
Yes.
Should I at least start making... Sorry?
He'll raise his finger and he'll say, "Kincaid Dunstan, I have an idea."
Okay.
Because he's not a noble at the moment. I have no doubt that as it stands, many of the Changeling Market Guard will have been rotated to the front in order to see to things there. Someone like you, someone who can keep order, someone who is willing to wear the badge, you could make an excellent chief of the guard for the Changeling Market. It's not a position that's held by a noble, from what I recollect.
They ain't let nobody hook up to a house. They ain't gonna let nobody that ain't hooked up to a house do something like that.
They already do. I recall the last person I met was a commoner Cluricon. If it could be arranged, would you think about it?
I'll think about it.
Very good. In that case, I'll bid you good afternoon or good evening.
Later.
To the Angel's gonna GTFO.
I think we can call it. We're good.
Well, before Kincaid leaves, Minuet's just gonna casually out of her room just kind of stick a leg out like you see in all the cartoons. Just kind of try to entice and then slowly move it back in the room.
I'll see you guys later. I gotta go check some out. Yeah. Be right back. Later. Gonna... No, you cannot watch.
Whatever.
And brown chicken, brown cow, if that can happen.
Yes.
Okay. Fade to black. All right, that's
players.
it.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching today. It's been another scene, and I'm just